Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Making with the Manufacturers. So we wrapped up Maggie Holmes and crepe paper, and now I'm on to pink paisley. So pink paisley I have in a couple different places. So I have pink paisley Paige Evans, and then I guess Paige Evans is just Paige Evans now. She's not under pink paisley. And then I have pink paisley, and then I have pink paisley like pre-American Crafts over in the P section, not in the American Crafts section. So what I've decided to do is play with the Paige Evans pink paisley. And I've got a good amount of it because some of the stuff I've hoarded. So I'm going to give you a quick flip through of the papers that I have. And then I'll probably do a couple layouts because look at this. This is a stack. So we've got the clouds from Whimsical and this dot on the other side. The dots and the Insta frames here. And then I have just about everything of Go the Scenic Route. A couple of them I have 2 pages. Like this is going to be a Epcot page. It's going to be, I know they don't match, but I'm fine with that. But this is going to be an Epcot page. Then we have these, and I'm just doing a quick flip because you guys, I know you guys have seen these papers 1,200 times before, but I'm just doing a flip of what I have. And then this is part of the Horizon paper pad. This is Bloom Street, more Bloom Street, more of the Horizon paper pad. So got some colored sheets there, and then this is Turn the Page with the paper airplanes. You know I had to hoard that. The stars in this, I absolutely adore this paper, so I had to hoard that. Oh, and a bonus one. Okay, so those are all of my Paige Evans papers. I'm gonna go grab some photos because I'm not sure what I'm scrapbooking yet today, and then I will make the decision for the papers for today. So let's see what I can do. Now I went and flipped through the papers and chose a bunch of them. I chose one of the solid ones from the project pad, and then I chose 3 patterned papers. Now this one is kind of a matte print, and I decided to go with this because the story behind the photo is we are driving all along the highway, heading to all of the different targets, getting pieces to be able to expand our space. So I figured this map print would work well. And then I'm covering up a portion of it because there's a lot of water on this map print and not a lot of water where we were driving. So I decided that I could take, you know, creative license, but I was going to cover a good part of it up. Now I'm also thinking that I'm going to cut out one of these little portrait things here and use that to decorate my page. However, I end up cutting out a second one, and then I liked that so much, I decided to keep going and cut out a third one. Now, I did choose ones that I can kind of cut on one side of the layout so that I can flip it over and use the dotted pattern if I didn't want to use any more of the photo things here. So this one says travel. Then I also pulled out friends, and I forget the other one that I cut out. I do cut it out so that I do not have a white edge around it. I decided I liked that look a little bit better than if I would have cut out that like this Polaroid kind of thing with a white edge. So then I'm like, yep, 2 looks great. I need a third one. So I go back to the cut apart sheet. Well, I guess it's not really a cut apart sheet. I go back to the sheet and decide, okay, I'm going to cut out this one as well. So I have the blue, the orange, and the yellow. And I figure all of these colors, you know, go well together. They're this bright, fun Paige Evans type collections. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, do I want to trim it down a little bit, or do I just want to kind of, you know, make them go wonky down this border here? And ultimately, I decide to make them go wonky. And then I go back to my Paige Evans stash and I go ahead and use this small blue floral paper for my photo mat for my photo. I do cut it out to 4.5 by 6.5. I am finding that I like a bit of a thicker photo mat these days than I ever really used to. So my photo mats used to be thinner than this, probably 4.25 by 6.25. But you know, these days I'm liking a little bit more photo mat. So I'm going to go ahead and use some unfun foam to pop these little portrait things right on up. And the fun is not on this fun foam because there's no pre-sticky on either side of the fun foam. So it is unfun foam. The foam that has one side of it sticky is fun foam, and you know, if anybody ever comes up with foam that is sticky on both sides, it's going to be like super fun foam. So there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out where I want my photo to go, and I go ahead and get that down. And then I have these white Prima flowers off to the side of my desk. It is in my How to Kill a Kit with Style this month, and I am going to try to kill this entire bottle. So I figured, you know what, I can bring those in. I don't have to just use them when I'm using that kit. So I find 3 and I figure out where I want them to go. At first I thought I was going to have them on 3 different kind of directions on the photo frames, but I decided that I just wanted it on 2. So I like the florals over here on the left of the top and the bottom frame, and then I liked it at the top for the blue one. Now I pull out my super favorite, most awesome sequins. These are sparkly gold sequins from Brutus Monroe, and I'm just going to use my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive to adhere the flowers down and then pop a sequin in the center of each one. Now, as you can see, I was trying out to see if I just wanted the flowers on the left-hand side of all 3 of the photo frames, and that did not look right. I liked it better here. Now, I am thinking that I'm going to have to figure out something to go in this big, expansive space, and I didn't know if I was going to fill in the space inside the photo frames or outside the photo frames. Ultimately, I do decide to fill in the space outside the photo frames. I am using a crystal katana just to pick up the sequins and pop them down right into the little glue dot that is on the floral. And now I've got this sparkly bit of gold goodness. Now, since these stickers are right next to me, since they're in the Kill a Kit with Style as well, I just decided to go ahead and find one that would work, and I am using Easy Peasy. I also am going to get the 2 hearts that are kind of a deeper shade of the color of the frame and put them there as well. And I don't have one for the blue, so I'll have to figure out something later for that. So I grabbed my little letter stickers because I'm going to create a title here. And I decided to create like a sentence title, kind of something that, you know, you would say in conversation and not just, you know, driving up the road. You know, something a little bit more fun. At least I think it's a little bit more fun. So I'm using these Simple Stories blue letter stickers right here, and I go ahead and get them down, and then I'm going to go ahead and find some other letter stickers to wrap it up. In the meantime, I get distracted by this little sticker that says Story of Our Lives, so I put it over here on the top right hand side of the page. And now I am just trying to figure out what I can spell exactly with the letter stickers. So I figure out that I can spell a couple words, and I go ahead and get them down. Now, you guys, I do like decorating with words and letters and titles. Sometimes the title is one of the decorative elements of the page. Sometimes it's just a title. This time it's a little bit more decoration. but it is a title as well. So I have Sure We Can Go, and then I flip through my letter stickers and I decide to bring in the gold, since I have the gold sparkly bits of sequins. And I'm not exactly sure where these letter stickers came from. They are pretty old. They've been in my stash for a while. So I am going to spell out the word there. And it is lucky because I had plenty of letters to be able to spell that out. So now it's Sure We Can Go There. Easy peasy. And then my journaling will tell the complete story of the whole debacle that this little road trip was. Real fun thing. So we were expanding our online order hold space, basically. And the company had sent a lot of material to expand our hold space, and more than what we needed. So I built what we needed and palletized the rest, and somebody sent it back, sent it back on a truck. And that was just a huge thing and a huge debacle, and we had to go beg, borrow, and steal parts and pieces from other stores so that we could fully expand our hold space, because we expanded the hold space early on in the Christmas holiday, and then by the time we got to this point, we definitely needed more. So, excuse me, that was a whole debacle. So now I'm just going through my stash. I'm finding little bits of things that I like, and I feel look good on the page. So I have that arrow. It's got gold on it again and a little bit of a matte print, and then the sticker that says road trip. I thought that worked out great. Now I am trying to use these banner pieces, and I'm just trying to figure out the best place for them. I was trying next to the frames. I tried under the photo. I thought about popping up the sticker over here, and that just didn't work. So ultimately I decide, you know what, this is how I'm going to fill in that big, expansive, kind of bright pink space. This is what I'm going to fill in to make it exciting. So I go ahead and add some adhesive with my ATG, and then I'm going to poke these guys out of the portrait frames, and just at a slight, ever so slight angle, so that they're not just sticking straight out. And that way it gives it a little bit more visual interest here than if I would have just had the banners just sticking straight out of the portraits. Now, at this point, I really wasn't sure if I was going to put something in the portraits, leave them blank, or journal on the matte print of the page. And I debated in my head for a few moments here, but then I decide, you know what, I'm just going to fill each of these portraits with the journaling, and it's just going to go straight down the page. And then I wrap up that journaling and get that finished. And then I'm pretty sure that is going to do it, you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me for Making with the Manufacturers. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.